everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So it's the end of 2020. Congratulations, you survived to the last level. We are on the cusp of 2021 here. If you're watching this later, thank goodness 2020 is over and we're in 2021 now. So I decided to go ahead and make this video, and it's not necessarily one from each category or a specific thing that we're looking at here. It's the 5 best things that I reviewed in 2020. And I've done full reviews of these products. I like them. I love them. They bring a lot of different things to the table, whether it's fills a void that needed to be filled because it got made by another company, or whether it's just the price and the value, or because it's just so good for so many people, or because it's revolutionary. So I'm going to try and tackle this, and bear with me here because this is the first time I've made one of these videos, but I think that each one of the items in this video will add value to your life if you are interested in picking one up. And I think that it does a great job at what it does, and they're fantastic products. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. But before we do, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out, and there will be links down in the description for every product that I talk about here today. So now let's go ahead and talk about the best products of 2020. So the first product I want to talk about is no stranger to probably a lot of people. The product actually came out at the end of 2019, but then there was a refresh with the Elite Active Series at the beginning of 2020, and that is the Jabra Elite 75 Series Earbuds, 75T. These sound so good. They are my #1 earbuds of 2020, and as of right now, you can get them for $119, regularly about $179. They have the best sound experience that I have experienced in earbuds in 2020, especially for the money. I've listened to the 85Ts and I still prefer these, especially for the money. Phenomenal bass, probably the second best bass I've heard this year, the Liberty 2 Pros from Soundcore being that. But battery life, sound profile, the app and all the great things it does for it, plus the global equalizer, these right here are a hands down no-brainer if anyone's like, what are the best earbuds I can go spend my money on? You don't need to spend $200 or $300, you don't need to spend $50. These right here are phenomenal, and they give you such an amazing sound experience. They've been my go-to all year, and I have zero problem saying best earbuds of 2020, the Jabra Elite 75Ts. The runner-ups, if you want to get something that sounds amazing but doesn't cost as much money, would be the Phil T1X True Wireless Series earbuds, which you can get around $50, and they are phenomenal. Also noteworthy, the Jabra Elite 75Ts have added active noise cancellation through a firmware update here recently. I made a video about that too. So these guys right here, the best of 2020. Not the AirPods Pro, not the Sony XM whatevers they are, these guys right here. Now the next item I want to talk about here is probably one that may surprise some people, and it won't surprise some others. And I think I'm just going to call it the best phone of 2020. Now, there are other ones that we could mention here, but the reason I'm throwing this one in is because it just brings so much to the table, does so much so well, and only costs $350, and that is the Google Pixel 4a. This phone has been an absolute pleasure from day one. Snapdragon 730G, 6 gigabytes of RAM, full 1080p display, fingerprint sensor, the wonderful Pixel camera on here. This phone, I revolutionized what we should expect from phones, especially under the $500 price range. Typically, in the past, if you got a $300 phone, there are compromises, and there are just none in this phone. Yes, there are phones that are technically better. Some people might say, oh, the Fold 2 is the absolute best phone ever. Yes, probably is. When you look at it on paper and what it does, what they changed from the Fold 1 to the Fold 2, this is a engineering work of art. It is amazing. Fantastic experience. $2,000, by the way. So overall, the best value phone that I would recommend to anybody. Like, if you don't know what you want, you just want an Android phone, even not an Android phone, if you just want a good phone, period, if you want to take amazing pictures, if you want great performance, good battery, and it's going to be supported for at least 3 years by Google, regular monthly security updates, all that stuff, the Pixel 4a is an absolute no-brainer. So, one other one I want to mention, though, is the OnePlus 8T. So if you want something that's more of the flagship caliber, this one right here has been an absolute pure joy. I had criticisms for the OnePlus 8. I had criticisms for the OnePlus 8 Pro, mostly because of the price. It was really outside of OnePlus's philosophy. The 8T reigns everything in Snapdragon 865, 8 gigabytes of RAM. It just does everything so well. The cameras, they are pretty decent. Yes, there are moments where you're like, huh? But I get that with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Every phone camera has its weird quirks sometimes. But the performance, you could recharge this thing with the Warp charger that comes with it, by the way, in under 40 minutes from 0 to 100%. Great performance, 120 hertz refresh rate, beautiful AMOLED screen. There is like nothing that this phone doesn't do exceptionally well, and a fantastic price point. You can find them for under $700. So these are the two best phones right here of 2020. If you want something in the low sector, that's going to be the Pixel 4a. If you want something more flagship caliber, it's going to be the OnePlus 8T. So we have the best earbuds 2020, the Jabra Elite 75Ts, and then I'm going to give this one like a twosie. We're going to mash these together because it's really hard to pick one overall. And I guess if you were to pick the premium flagship phone, I would say that the Fold 2 is like the premium sector, the Fold 2. For the flagship sector, the 8T, and then for the budget or mid-tier sector, the Pixel 4a. So we've covered phones, we've covered earbuds. Now we're going to talk about headphones. These guys right here, the Soundcore Life Q30s. So many great things about the Q10s and the Q20s over the last year. Solid products. Followed up with one heck of a job here with the Q30s. So they built off of everything great from the Q10s and Q20s. They gave you now the Soundcore app, which is phenomenal. You can customize the EQ. It's global. There's also preset equalizers in there. Great battery life, active noise cancellation, and now it has transparency mode where you get that hear through. Uses the microphones on the outside to pick up what's going on so you can hear it. Great for situational awareness. Great for being able to hear if somebody's talking to you. Perfect for work. Perfect for when you're out exercising. And it's just a great overall sound experience. So can't go wrong with these. The Soundcore Q30s, totally love these things. I actually just did a review and compared them with the Sony XM4s for this year, and I would go with these guys. So we've covered that. Now, I want to talk about a watch. And no, it's not the Apple Watch. I have the Apple Watch Series 6 right here, and it's fantastic. It is the best Apple Watch ever made. It is not my pick for the watch of the year, though, and that is the TicWatch Pro 3 GPS. So I reviewed this, tested it out, solid. Works with Android and it works with Apple. Cost much less than the Apple Watch, and you get so many things. It tests your oxygen saturation. You can check your pulse on here. It's got great battery life that lasts you for days, not days, more than 3 days, with all the features turned on. It's got 2 different screens in here, so you get the regular like black and white readout like a digital watch, which will last you for a really long time, and then you've got the full beautiful AMOLED screen, interactive, works with your phone. You get your updates, you get your notifications, you can send and receive text messages while it's connected to your phone, works over Wi-Fi as well with the connectivity that way. They did a great job with this. Mobvoi did one heck of a job. I very much like this watch, and I'm glad that there's finally a realistic alternative to the Apple Watch, especially when you're using iOS. So this one right here, TicWatch Pro 3 GPS, solid. It does your route mapping for like when you're riding your bike and doing things like that. Also, it does the exercise tracking for when you're running and walking and doing all sorts of other things, cycling. Really, really great product, and I love the battery life. Gives you so much more dimensional functionality whenever you're able to use it for more than a day, and also sleep tracking. So many things there in that watch. That one of the best products of the year for me. Now, the next one, it came out towards the end of the year, and it's a complete game changer, and and that is the new Mac Mini with the M1 chip in it. I cannot say enough good things about this. So I did not buy one as soon as they came out immediately. Like, I've been using my MacBook Pro 2019 16-inch. That's what I've been editing all my videos on with Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is essential to me. That's what I prefer to edit with. But also, it is just so capable and so powerful. And if you don't like Mac, that's fine, whatever. This is a fantastic product, whether you like it or not. Like, objectively, subjectively, probably computer of the year. And of course, this M1 chip is in the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro 13-inch as well. It's basically as powerful as my MacBook Pro 2019 with the i7 in it, with 16 gigabytes of RAM, with the GPU in it already with the dedicated memory. I can edit in 4K on this and export just as fast, if not faster. It doesn't hiccup. It runs Final Cut Pro like a pro, and it's so cheap. If you go out and buy a PC that's $600, $700, you're not going to get anything even remotely in the same ballpark as this. It just works so well. So yeah, up there, top 5 products of the year. And this is not like one from each category. These are just like the 5 most revolutionary things, 5 best products that we can talk about. So I've talked about the earbuds, talked about the headphones, talked about the phones, talked about the watch, and talked about the computer. Now there's 2 other honorable mention items that I want to talk about because they're also very, very good. And I kind of alluded to this at the beginning, and really this should have been like the top 7 things, but I'm just going to throw these on at the end. It is the Anker Nano Charger, 20-watt charger. You can pick it up for about $16 on Amazon. IQ3 technology for charging, and it recharges your iPhone quick, fast, and in a hurry, and it charges it a whole lot better than the charger that does not come in the box. And yeah, this is not the most revolutionary thing in the world. It's a charger, right? Well, 1, it's cheaper than the iPhone charger that you would have to buy on your own. 2, arguably better. 3, I'm not giving Apple any of my money because they didn't put the charger in the box. So this right here, great option. I use it personally every single day and I love it, and it's a good price. And also the Oculus Quest 2. This thing has given me and my kids so many good hours of entertainment. I had the original Oculus Rift. I also tried out the Vive from HTC. I have a HP mixed reality headset that I've had before. This takes all of that and it puts it to shame. And there's no computer required. You don't have to put your phone in the front of this and use it like the old ones, like the Samsung collaboration that they did. The controllers, they work so good. Right here, just like the regular ones for the Oculus. 3 hours of battery life on one charge. USB-C, you can charge it. Twice the resolution of the previous Quest. And it's easy to set up. Yes, I know people have concerns about the whole Facebook thing. It is what it is. Facebook bought Oculus. So you have to have a Facebook account to set it up. Beat Saber, tons of fun. So many good games in there that you can get for this. It's great for adults, it's great for kids, and it's finally a step in the right direction for virtual reality. Getting rid of the wires, giving you decent enough battery life that you can play. Wi-Fi 6, so that you have a great Wi-Fi setup. So you've got everything that you could possibly need in this one setup. Super high quality, high resolution, tons of fun, and it just works. It's not clunky, it's not like shenanigans, it's the real deal. And this is what's going to take VR to the next step. This is the model that other companies need to follow so that they can give us real virtual reality solutions. It's just a pleasure. It's light. I can actually wear it and use it for a while. The other headsets were so heavy. I've got serious structural issues with my neck, 3 herniated discs. I can't wear those headsets. Too top heavy, pull on the front. They just weigh too much. This right here, lightweight, great solution, tons of fun. And you don't get the motion sickness stuff because it keeps the frame rate up. So I absolutely love that. So that's, yeah, this video I guess should really have been more like 7 things, but I had some of these setting off to the side. I'm like, you know what? This needs to go in the video too. So Earbuds Jabra Elite 75T series, fantastic. Honorable mention, Phil T1X. Next, we have the phones. We have the Pixel 4a and the OnePlus 8T, both phenomenal devices. 3, we have the Soundcore Q30 wireless headphones, absolutely fantastic as well. The Mobvoi TicWatch Pro 3 GPS watch for $4. Then we have the Mac Mini for $5. And then the last two, the Anker Nano charger and the Oculus Quest 2. So I'll just go ahead and say it now, the top 7 products of 2020. And like I said, I love them. I've used them all. I've tested them. I've reviewed them. You can't go wrong with any of these. And I think that in these little products here really do represent some of the best technology that's come out this year. Oh, yeah. And this guy, the Fold 2, the premium upper. I mean, it's just a great phone. It's just $2,000. just $2,000. So that's it. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been insightful and giving y'all some ideas for some really cool things to test out. Or if you're looking for some of these products in your life, these are my recommendations. I think they're all solid. I think they bring a lot to the table, and I think they've done some really good things to push along their respective categories here in 2020. So that's all I've got, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful 2021.